Hey everyone, welcome back to Anna Nail School English channel. It's been a while, so I'm back today. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to transform bitten short nails. Okay, so this is my client's nails. She's a usual, and as you can see, she has progressed a little bit on her nail bed and all. Today we are going to completely transform this nails using acrylic products. Okay, so before I start with the video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to write this in the comment section. Okay, so let's start with the video. As you already know, to do any kind of extension, we have to start with a dry manicure. So for dry manicure, I am using my electric file. So before doing the electric file, I did use orange wood sticks to kind of gently push back her cuticle. I accidentally forgot to record that part, but this is after the pushing back the cuticle. Okay, so you can also use a metallic pusher instead of an orange wood stick, but her cuticle was thick enough, so I used the orange wood stick to kind of push back. After that, I switched to my electric file where I'm using a flame bit with red abrasive mark, and the machine is running at a 18,000 rpm speed. So if you don't know how to use an electric file, you can do the same using a hand file 100-180 grit or above, depending how healthy your client's nails are. Okay, so in case if you're wondering how to start with your electric file, then we do offer classes online and offline. The classes are available on English, Hindi, Malayalam and Tamil languages. In case if you are interested, feel free to contact me via the WhatsApp number given in the description, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at @Anna Nail School. The classes are mostly one-on-one, and both theory and practicals are included, and also there is an exam, and you will also get a certificate. Okay, so now coming back to the process, as you can see, I have almost finished the cuticle work here using my electric file. So electric file can be used to do push back the cuticle, clean the dead skin around the cuticle area. You can also use the e-file to buff and clean the nail plate, and you can use the e-file to product removal, and you can use to file off the gel polishes from the natural nails, and you can use it for everything. The best part about e-files is that this won't put stress on your wrist and your hands, which is the best part, and your work is faster. So hand file is also good, but the thing is it will put a little bit of stress on your hands, especially daily if you are taking care of like 5-6 clients, then it's like really stressful on your wrist and your hands. Okay, and at the same time, if you know how to use an electric file, it's so easy to finish your work without hurting yourself much. Okay, but make sure you're wearing a mask, because a lot of dust, whether you're using hand file or e-file, you must protect yourself. Okay, so I am using a reverse mode when I'm doing the right side of the nail, and I'm using forward mode when I'm doing the left side of the nail. Okay, so once I have kind of cleaned up the cuticle area using the flame bit, then I'll be switching to a sand band. So sand band is something that you can use to kind of buff off the shine from the nail plate, and whenever you're using sand band, make sure your machine is not running more than 3000 or 4000 rpm speed. Okay, so in the diamond bit I mentioned it's 18,000 rpm, but for the for this particular one, we should not go beyond 4000 rpm speed. Okay, even though it's a 240 grit sand band, it still can cause damage to your nail plate if you don't know how much speed or how to control the bit. Okay, so just be careful. So I'm just gently buffing the shine from the nail plates. This is very important. A lot of times people ask me why my nails are not lasting. I can only my clients are coming back and saying that it's only lasting for a week or 2 weeks or 10 days. So that's because most of the time, because you are afraid of hurting the client or the damaging the nails, you compromise on the dry manicure part, especially buffing the nail plate and all. Yes, you have to be careful, but that doesn't mean that you leave the work halfway. Okay, so just make sure you're cleaning it thoroughly. Once you have a clean nail bed, the extensions will definitely last for like 4+ weeks. Okay, so after buffing and cleaning the nail plate, here I'm using a cuticle nipper to kind of trim the dead skin around the cuticle area. Okay, just be very careful here. We don't want to cut into the client skin, only trim dead skin. And this is something that I do only as an optional service, because for this client, as you can see, there is a lot of keratinized skin around the cuticle area. But for certain clients I don't do this at all, because they may not have like keratinized skin around the epinecum, that is our cuticle area, so we don't have to trim it. It is optional, okay. But it if you have a client like this, and if you don't do this, in the next 1 day or 2 day only, the nails looks like it was never seen a salon, okay. So that's why we need to trim this. And the same thing you can do using an e-file as well, which I'll be showing in one of the upcoming video how to do that. I'm also planning to do a video on men manicure. Do let me know if you have any male clients who gets their nails done. When I say nails done, it's not extensions, but they do like a beautiful dry manicure and then put some clear base or something. I have a few men clients who loves anime. They are actually not men, you can say boys. So they come and they get kind of weird anime characters and stuff. I really love doing them, because that is something where I can literally do the hand painting experiment, okay. Anyways, coming back to the video, so I'm using paper foams to do the nails. So since the nails are too tiny, the nail beds are too tiny, using tips is not a feasible option here, but I do have plans to try tips one time. So for this client, she's a regular for like more than 2 years now. We have never done tip application on her nails, because the nail bed is literally tiny. So this is actually a little older video where we were doing back-to-back extension, so you can see a little bit of like nail bed growth and all. But then in the recent times I did her nails, and she came after like 2.5 months time. So she had some medical issues, so she couldn't come. So when she came back, the nails were like really bitten, and the cuticle was like covering half of her nails, and we were back to square one. So now we are going to like redo and bring it back to the to at least this level, so that even if we want to try the tips, then we need a little bit of nail bed. So maybe next time or something, I'll try to do a tip application. So there are people who wanted to see how to use tips on such nails, this is not a very comfortable option, but I do have plans to try that. So here, as you can see, I prepped the foam, I measured the corners of the nails, I trimmed the foam as per my requirement, and then I put it back, and then I made sure it's tight around this area. This is where you have to make sure the foam is tight around the growth point, okay. After that, then you can start applying the product. So whenever I do the client's nails, I ask them, do you feel tight around this area? They say yes, and obviously I will also feel if it's tight or not. If it's not, then I'll remove and then use a different foam, okay. So these foams are not reusable, so once you close it, and then there is no way you can like open it and put it back, okay. So that is something we must know how to apply the foam. This is a little time consuming if you are a beginner, but once you know how to do it, then it's quicker than applying the tip. There is no extra work, just put the forms on, and then you can start with your product application. But before that, I have to mention one more thing. I did apply dehydrator, and also applied primer on the nail plate, and after that I did my what we call foam application, okay. So now I picked up a bead of acrylic, and whenever you're working with foams, just make sure your beads are not super runny, okay. If it's runny, then you will be like chasing the bead to kind of bring it up and all. So just make sure it's a tight bead, so that you can control the bead better. And I'm using a Kolinsky number 8 brush from Cards, and the acrylic products I'm using is from the brand Glamorous Nail Products. You can find them in the Instagram, just search with Glamorous Nail Products. Their monomer and powder, this is a kind of a slow setting monomer. So with the monomer, I remembered something. There are a lot of people message me asking the type of monomer, okay. So I don't actually remember the exact term they were using, but the point is, there is no variety names for the monomer. The monomer is actually 3 types, okay. Slow setting, which is good for beginners because the polymerization will be slow, the chemical, so you get extra time to work with the product. Then comes medium speed, which is basically good for intermediate level technicians who are like, who know how to control the bead. Then it's a little faster for them. Then comes fast setting monomer, which is good for pro level techs. Okay, so these are the three types, there is no other type. And orderless and all, that is just different types. But the way the product, the powder and the liquid behaves for beginners, intermediate and advanced level, these are the three types. So if you're a newbie and you're trying to purchase monomer, just look for slow setting monomer. It should be mostly mentioned in the description or product description page, or you can ask the seller, vendor, job, whatever it is. Okay, so here we have kind of finished the application. As you have seen, I did a 2 bead application technique. The nail length is not too much, so that's why we did the 2 bead application technique. In case if you're not comfortable with 2 bead application, then you can obviously go for a 3 bead application. My go-to methods are either 3 bead or 2 bead application. I don't really prefer 1 bead application yet, unless it's a really tiny almond nails or something, then obviously 1 bead is more than enough. So now the product application is completed. After once you finish all 10 nails, then by then the product will be completely dried and it's ready to go for filing. In case if you have doubt if the acrylic is not completely dried, then you can just use the handle of the brush to gently tap on the acrylic and you will hear the sound. If it's not completely dried, it will be like soft, and otherwise it will give like a nice sound coming out. Okay, so here I'm removing all the forms, and once the forms are off, you can start filing and shaping. I'm using a 180 grit hand file here. So here we already built a almond shape here, but it was not 100% perfect. So I'm using my hand file to do a fine toning of the almond that we have created. And after this, I'll be filing the top side, and then I will also buff it with the buffer. And you can also use e-file to do the filing and shaping, which I'll show in another video. After filing, shaping and buffing, this is how the nails looks like. I'm using alcohol wipes to clean the nail pill. Just make sure there is no dust or anything before you do your gel application. Okay, so I have not recorded the gel polish application here, but in case if you wish to know how to do gel polish application in detail, do let me know in the comment section. I'll make a separate video for that. And after cleaning the nails with alcohol wipes, then we did apply the gel polish, and also did a little bit of nail art using blooming gel and red color gel, kind of a rose petal thingy we created. And with that, the tutorial is over here. In case if you have any questions, do let me know. I know I was not talking too much about what I'm doing, but it was more or less general information on how to handle such nails when a client comes in. Okay, so this is the final look. I really loved it, the client really loved it. Do let me know if you like it. And if you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you soon on my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.